Hi students, in this session I am going to start with the Python programming language introduction, and I have a plan to continue with this introduction the 12th standard CBSE portion or full syllabus of 12th CBSE board, because in the previous sessions I have dealt with the Python programming language based on the portions that has been reduced for SA1 and SA2 due to the reason of corona. So from this session I am going to include all the chapters under the CBSE board, and I am going to continue with the discussion of the question papers also. So in this introduction session, I am going to give a brief note about this programming language and its importance, as well as the versions available and how to download and install it in your system. Moving to this language, first you should know why it has been become popular and who has invented it. The names are given it as Guido van Rosen, and it has been released since 1991. You can see that the use of this Python is across different platforms, and the syntax is simpler as that of the English language. Next is it is an interpreter system, meaning in the sense that the code can be executed as soon as it is written. It means that the prototyping can be very quick when compared to the compiler based. Next is a procedural way, object oriented way, or a functional way. So these specify that it can be dealt under any of these type of structure of programs. Then where this Python can be applied based on the applications on web development at the server side, software development, mathematics related to complex solutions, and then system scripting. So these are the four major areas where the Python has been applied. Next, moving to the version of Python, the Python Software Foundation, it supports two major versions. One is Python 2.x and the one is Python 3.x. But the Python Software Foundation initially supported Python 2.x until the year 2020. The reason behind is that whatever the thing that is enclosed in this 2.3x cannot be forwarded or ported to Python 3. So they were supporting this Python 2 until January 2020, as I said. But now they have started supporting Python 3.0, and they are saying that it is backward compatibility, meaning that the versions available in Python 3.x cannot be used under the Python 2.x. But they have made some changes, that is, major features have been ported to Python 2.6x and then Python 2.7.x version series. Okay, but the other versions other than this 2.6 and 2.7, we can't have the facilities which are available in the version 3. So we are saying that it is backward compatibility is absent. And then the releases of Python 3 include utilities to facilitate the automation of Python 2 code translation to Python 3. So these are some of the developed features under this. And one version which has been released recently is, that is the 2 years before they have released the version Python 3.10.3, that is on March 16, 2022. So this is the newest version available. Okay. Next is how to install Python on any of the OS like Windows, Mac and Linux. But here I am going to deal only with the Windows. Most of the students will be using this Windows OS. Then the website available is, that is the Python website is www.python.org. You can go to this Python, and here you can see in these options you can see list. You will be having downloads. So when you are clicking this downloads, you will be getting the available softwares listed in this Python website. See, the 3.10.3 has been recently released. So first you will be getting this as the thing, and below this the list of available versions will be shown. You see here what are all the releases available, they will be showing, and it also shows the according to the OS you can get the list of the versions available under that category. Here I have shown the releases for Windows. So in this you can see what are all the versions available, and it will be asking whether it is a 32-bit system or 64-bit system. Likewise it will be showing, and whatever the criteria which is or configuration which suits to your system, you can download that version. You see here I have shown what is x86 system, the processor as well as the 64-bit based initializer. So it will be showing, and then you can check and then download it according to your system configuration. Here I have shown the screenshots of installation of the Python version 3.7 for a 64-bit system. So when you are clicking that, in the previous slide I have shown, so when you are clicking that, it will be showing this page, and then here you see the install now. So this is the default path, whatever path it is according to your system, it changes, but it will be stored under the drive C. So here you have to check it, you can note it, and then next here is a customized initialization. You can choose location, otherwise other than the C drive you can go for any drive to download it. Next you have to check with this add Python 3.7 to your path. So you have to check it over, and then you can go to the next process. So after that the option features will be showing if you want the customized optimization. So documentation, pip, these are some of the things available in that version. So you have to check it over and then click over the next button. Next, going for the advanced options. You can make all these things to be installed, and then here install for all users. So in install for all users, it will be giving permission to the users who are all want to run the Python script. So it will be done under the educational institutions. If you want, you can also give it, and then you can go for this customized initialization. In this you can give the short path, like instead of getting the longer path, you can go for this C: Python 37, keeping the rest of choices to default, and finally click on the install button. So after completing all this, go for this installation process, that is install button, you click over it. Then the Python starts to install. So when this installation process is going on, you check over that none of the other programs should be running behind your systems, because it keeps slow or sometimes it misses some files. So when you are installing any program, that is any software, you should be very careful that nothing should be running behind the process. Next, after completing all the installations, you can check whether the Python has been installed correctly. So that command for that is Python space hyphen version, or Python space hyphen capital letter V. Here I have shown some of the things which makes you to error 1, that is if you are using the uppercase letters, it will be saying that it is not a command. Likewise, if you are not leaving space before this hyphen, then it will be showing that it is not a proper command. So this is the correct way of using the command: Python, then space, then 2 hyphen, and then version. All will be in the small, that is the small case letters or lower case letters. Here you see it will be listing. So here it lists it as 3.9.5. Here the version which I am using is 3.9.5. So it is showing. If you are installing 3.7, it will be listing that value, that version. So here this is the way. So here this to be checked under the command prompt. How can you go to the command prompt? Means go to your search, in the search you type it as cmd, it will be showing the command prompt, and after that command prompt, here you see in this C drive username, like that it will be, you will be getting something. After this you can go, you can write this command and then you can get the version. So this is the way how to install a Python version from the Python website. Thank you. Since this is the introduction session, I want to insist you that you should know about the Python language and how to install it in your computer. After installing, we will be dealing with the practical session as well as with the theory session. So all of you install version 3.7. I think it will be more compatible. So and then for your syllabus, it's enough to load with the Python version 3.7. Otherwise, if you want, you can download a Python 3.9.3 or 9.52. Okay, thank you. We will see in the next session.